you just explained your story to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely felt you. You basically just told me you was in here for malice murder, 2014. You told me you ended up getting a bad batch of heroin, and you ended up mistakenly killing somebody that actually tried to help you. Um, you know, and I know you just definitely went in on that story. I want you to kind of just briefly sum that back up for me real quick so we can catch the people up and then we can keep going.
On May 25th, 2014, I actually had shot, like 3 hours before, I had shot some heroin with meth, speedballing. That's actually asking basically for Russian roulette, playing suicide. But I wound up getting a bad batch, and I wound up stabbing somebody who was trying to help me, get me to the hospital. The person actually was trying to pull me, calm me down in the car. I was trying to get out the car. I wound up walking off. When I did get out the car after stabbing the person, I walked off from the crime scene. About like 15 minutes later, I noticed my phone and my wallet was missing. I thought I had maybe dropped it on the side of the road. I turned around, went back to the crime scene. Found that the car was still there, the person was still laying in the same position. I picked up my phone, called 911. They got there, they told me the victim was barely breathing. I was begging God to keep the person alive, you know, because I knew what it was. That would be strictly murder. And I wasn't planning on killing the person. I was always planning just to get the hell out of the car. You know, basically when you're on drugs, that's what happens. You know, you want to get the hell away. Because you know the cops are called, you're going to jail. You know, especially heroin, stuff like that, you're going. You know, it's not like weed anymore. You're going to jail for heroin.
Yeah. So shit, man, it's actually a lot to unpack in that story, man. Shit, that was about a decade ago, 2014. You said that's when you started the whole bid situation. But I want to go a little bit before that though, man. With the heroin, you feel me? Like, how did you even come about the bad batch? How did you did you start off with weed, or did you you know what I'm saying? How did your whole how did that start? You feel me? How did your journey go?
Well, on January 10th, I got out of prison at Augusta. I did an 8-year bid for an aggravated assault charge. I got into it with somebody on the job site where I worked at. It was a construction site. Wound up getting in a fight with them, got charged with aggravated assault. They offered me a 10-year plea. My little country town, Vidalia, that's what happens. When you live in the country, they do that. Well, they gave me 3 pleas of 10 through 5. I refused to take it because I've seen people come in there with worse charges, doing with children and everything, get 5 straight years, and then get out of prison doing 3. So I said, you know what? I'm not taking them 10 years. I'm not taking straight 10 through 5. So I got 1 plea that was a 4th plea at court. I took it. I wound up getting my 8. I got 8 served, or 15 served 8. I maxed out on that 8-year bid on January 10th from Augusta ASMP. I got back home to Vidalia. I was doing good. 3 days later, I had a job at Claxton Poultry, chicken plant. I worked there for a good 5 months. Got out from January all the way to May. Within 2 days, I had a job. Let's put it that way. Good job.
Were you on drugs the whole time, or were you clean, or how was your mission with sobriety? How was your struggle with that?
When I got out of prison, I was doing good. I went on no drugs. What happened was my 2 brothers, my 2 little younger brothers, me and them got into it. And I got kicked out of the place I was living. I wound up losing my job. That happened on Memorial Day weekend. I lost my job on that Friday. Couldn't get to work because the person I was riding back and forth to work with was my brother's father-in-law. He worked at the same place. So I couldn't get back to work. I actually lost my job, stayed at a hotel for a couple nights. I wound up buying the heroin and getting the meth there. And that's what got me back on it. With 3 days, Memorial Day, Monday until Wednesday, I wound up catching that murder on that Wednesday. But I've been using it for the last 3 days. But I wound up that morning, I wound up going to a little neighborhood trailer park, purchasing a little bit of heroin. And that's where
How did it
I shot it up.
start? How did you start using heroin? Like, and how was that transition as far as hard drugs? Did you start with hard drugs, or like how did that start for you?
I started using heroin and meth out in California. I lived in Santa Monica for about 2 years. Started out living on the beach. I left Georgia right after I graduated high school in 2014. Back on the beach doing tarot cards. I practiced in the arts of witchcraft and shit like that. But I wind up living out there making a good living. I met a couple people who had moved in with them, and I lived in their home for about a good year. When I got an email from my brothers telling me my mother had a stroke, I took it and came back to Georgia. But doing stick guitar heroin out there, never had a problem with it. I mean, different life, different everything. By the time it gets down here, stuff is stoned so much, you don't know what the hell you really get.
Yeah.
Meth I did out there. I hung around some people who was motorcycle gang members that actually I started using what they call red phosphorus. And that's the actual closest thing you can get to crank, which is another form of methamphetamine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what got me started.
Hey, listen. So for the young guys tuning in, man, don't try this at home, man.
Yeah,
This stuff
don't.
is not cool. I hope AC Cuddy ain't. It look like you got a lot of questions about it, bro. Don't try it, bro. I'm telling you.
Nah, it's definitely not. See, the whole point of what I'm trying to get at is, you know what I'm saying? I want to see the upbringing of why, you feel me, of why we even got to it. You feel me? Like, I'm not, like, I'm trying to basically show people, like, this shit is real and this shit can happen to anybody, you feel me? And basically, you know what I'm saying? That's all we trying to get at. Like, hell nah, motherfuckers, nigga, a little too interested in that. Hell nah, you feel me? Like, I'm definitely interested in like how that got you to where you at now. You feel me? Because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers nowadays, this shit cool. You feel me? It's cool to get high. It's cool to do whatever. You feel me? And I just want to show motherfuckers like this is, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. You feel me? Shit, think this shit cool. Shit, go ahead. You feel me?
No,
Say what?
you'll wind up either in prison or you'll wind up in the grave messing with that kind of stuff, man.
Big facts. So speaking of that, man, I want you to tell me about your prison experience and all that, man. Shit, you know what I'm saying? You said malice murder. What was like? What's your time like? You feel me? Like, what was the case like? Did you try to fight it? Like, how did that go?
Within 90 days of me actually admitting what I did, the DA in Toombs County, Vidalia, was seeking the death penalty. He was coming up for re-election. The family was asking for the death penalty. He guaranteed that to him. That was just within 90 days. As soon as the GBI was finished doing their investigation, he seeked the death penalty immediately. But again, like I said, he was coming up for re-election. 9 months. I basically took a plea to get the death penalty off him. I took a life without plus life. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a life and a life sentence for the kidnapping, which I didn't kidnap nobody. But that is my word against the dead person. GBI But I went to Jackson 2 weeks after I actually pled guilty. I pled guilty on my mama's birthday. She was in the courtroom.
Jackson, that's the prison. That's the prison that basically everybody start off at. That's the classification, right?
Yes, sir. Diagnostics.
Yeah.
All right. I went there 2 weeks after. It was on my mama's birthday when I took the plea. That was February 19th, 2015. I went 2 weeks after that straight to Jackson. All right. Did 9 months to Jackson. The only reason I didn't do it any longer is because my mom, while I was there, passed away from a massive heart attack. And my uncle my mama's brother actually called the chaplain there. Chaplain called me out and told me bad news. That's when I converted my life over from practicing witchcraft to giving my life over to God. You know, and to this day, I ain't gonna say I'm perfect. I ain't gonna say I've given up drugs, but yeah, I've tried to stay away from certain things I know, like heroin, strips, stuff like that, because I know what's on them.
Right.
Meth is a hard thing. Meth is a really hard thing.
So
It's really hard.
So speaking of that, man, like you said you used to practice witchcraft and all that, man. How did you get into that? And as far as support, man, do you have anybody that's still supporting you? You said after, you know what I'm saying, you converted your life after that person passed. Is there anybody else just looking out for you, or how do you even like survive? You know what I'm saying? Like, how that go?
My cousin, my step cousin, on my stepfather's side, that's my brother's actual cousin. She actually has actually vowed to my mom before my mom passed away to actually be my help, my supporter. She's not on visitation. She's still pending on my visitation, but she's been pending for the last 7 years. That's only because she is a convicted felon, but she's a non-violent drug offender. She don't have no drug offense, no violent crimes. But being a convicted felon, Georgia prison system basically says we can waive her until we can actually see if she's going to do what she's supposed to do, if she's going to stay out of trouble. She's been out of trouble for the last 7 years, you know, but she's my only support. Sends me money when she can through other chains, but sends me packages through my mom's name and everything. But the thing is, she's basically the one I'm sticking with. You know, it's holding me down. Within the next month or so, it doesn't look as bad as it did at first. I fought all the way. My state habeas was denied. That was denied within 4 years of me being sentenced at Valdosta. Right before I left Valdosta, like a year before I left Valdosta, I filed a federal habeas because my judge who sentenced me in Toombs County is now in prison for conspiracy to commit murder, which is a good case. That actually will help people who have similar crimes to that can go back into court and get their case overturned. Sometimes you can get your whole case dismissed, thrown out, because the judge is commits the same kind of crime you've got.
Okay, so that actually leads me to my next question, man. You said after you got denied, man, like, you know what I'm saying, facing life, like I was gonna ask, how do you keep going? Like, is there like any hope? Like is there anything, you know what I'm saying, like keeping you going? You feel me? Like, you know, a lot of people wouldn't be able to take that shit, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, how do you manage?
Put it this way, the simplest way to put it is the man above. You know, for the people who do believe in a higher power, that's the person. That's how you stay strong in a place like this. I did 10 years or 9.5 years at Valdosta. I seen everything that could go down, from murders to rapes to everything, you know. But the thing is, God is the person that keeps me going. You know, like I said, the
Right.
wicked part,
Yeah, hallelujah.
that part right there, I got involved with that when I was 13 years old. When I got involved with that when I was 13, a female introduced me to it when I was in middle school. She had a pentagram around her neck. I thought it was cool. She gave me a book, told me to read it. I was really into it. I felt like, well, that was the real religion. That was nature. Because it has to do with nature, worshiping the sun, the moon, the elements, the goddess, the god. But it led me into places like Satanism. It led me into places of working harm. And I feel like in my heart, I still believe in karma. I believe you reap what you sow. You know, what you do, it's going to come back on you. So my heart tells me like this: God placed me in this place to give me a time period to get myself right. You know, that's all I've got to do right now. This is a probation period to see if I'm really willing to serve him. And he will open the doors one day. I do believe that.
Man, he can, but I just want to address this person, whoever this person is, much love to you, saying Jesus is God, right? You know, that's just a contradictory statement to me. I had to address it. I can't just allow this person to say that Jesus is God and just like they didn't say that. Like, if Jesus is God, why would you have to push that message so hard? Like, if anything, you would say God is Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You're saying Jesus is God. This is God. The earth that made Jesus. God made
We go have this conversation. We gotta have this conversation another time, brother.
I believe my faith is good. I believe the same thing that a lot of similar people in this place believe. I believe Yeshua, which is his Jewish name, was actually a prophet. He was a teacher. He was a rabbi. You know, I'm not going to say I'm Jewish religion. By bloodline, I'm Jewish. Only very percentage. But I won't be never accepted in a synagogue. I will never be accepted in a
Why you
synagogue.
say that, bro?
Because my grandfather actually left the synagogue, married outside, and they don't believe in that.
Oh,
You know, so but I don't claim really to be a Christian because I believe you got to strive to be a Christian. Just like I believe every person who believes in certain things, you got to strive to be that. When you stand before the Maker one day, the great King, then you're actually going to be judged, and He's either going to say, "Come, my faithful servant," or "Depart." You know, it's not about your religion. To me, it's about what your heart says, the way you live. And He knows your heart. He knows your intention. If you get up every morning and praise Him throughout the day, He knows it. He knows if you're sincere or not. It's not about Yahshua. It's not about anybody, no man. It's about serving the King, the Ancient of Days.
the creator of
That's
all
right,
that
the creator.
You can't say Jesus is God. That
No.
just sounds to me,
Jesus,
you know, I'm not trying
Jesus
to knock
prayed to the
nobody's
Father.
religion. You
He
know,
prayed
truth
to the Father.
and falsehood, truth and falsehood is clearly distinguished. Like, it ain't no two truths. It is what it is. When we're talking about God, that's another topic. My
Yeah,
fault, brother.
nah, that's definitely another topic. But nah, I'm definitely on that shit though. Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? See, I'm not a religious person as far as Christianity or whatever one book is saying. You know what I'm saying? I try to take whatever I can. You feel me? I see what you feel me. God is real and shit, man. That's what keep everybody going. You feel me? That's like. That's what it is, you feel me? And that's what it's about, you feel me? Shit. Really,
Don't look at
since we
Satan
already
also.
even on this motherfucker, man, we might as well I just want to thank him right now, you feel me? Because like at the end of the day, that's what it's about, you feel me? And that's why I'm even doing all this, you feel me? Like because from anybody else's other perspective, you feel me? Like my boy, y'all, like you know what I'm saying? We having conversation with inmates, you feel me? A lot of people look down, and a lot of people not even realizing like a lot of people not even realizing like life is, you feel me? I don't know, man. Like this shit get deep, you feel me?
I understand out there on the street, it's hard. It's
And
hard for y'all out there.
and
I mean,
I feel like this is just like really at this point, this really just part one of what the fuck we gonna keep going anyways, because we was gonna be on this shit anyways. You feel me? I definitely want to have these conversations, and you know what I'm saying. I just feel like right now, I wanted to hear Simon's perspective. You feel me? I wanted to hear his perspective on prison. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to hear what keeps him going, and you know what I'm saying. I want to hear like I want people to realize that you feel me. I want people to realize that shit is real out here and shit. You feel me? I just want to see. I just want to hear another perspective. You feel me? Simon, you know what I'm saying, is in here is been in there for fucking. Y'all all been in there for motherfucking mad long and shit. And you know what I'm saying. I just want to get motherfucking stories out and shit. You feel me? As far as praising God goes, shit, there's always time for that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, right now, man, I just wanted to hear Simon's story. You feel me, Simon? You know what I'm saying? I know we ran through a lot of little topics right now. We actually pretty much over the time. You feel me? We pretty much over the time limit for this. So shit. Is there anything? Is there anything else that? Is there anybody y'all want to shout out? You feel me? Is there anything else that y'all want to just get out your mind, man? Shit. We got another dope ass inmate interview coming up in another couple of weeks or so. You feel me? I just want y'all go ahead and get y'all shit off real quick, man.
All right.
I just want to say, keep y'all's head up out there. Stay off the drugs. Try to stay out of crime's way. This is not the place to be. It's not easy in here. It may not be easy out there, but this is not the place. This is not the place. Now keep y'all's head up.
Hey, man. Appreciate that shit, man. Naya, definitely appreciate you tapping in, and I definitely appreciate your opinion. Naya, actually, if you want to hop up on here one day and have this debate with us, you feel me? We could definitely do that. You feel me? Just we got a lot of shit. We got a lot of good shit lined up, man. So just stay tuned, man. Go ahead and follow, man. Like, comment, share, all that shit, man. We out this bitch, man. Case dismissed. You heard?
Thank you, sir.
Hey, check this out.
Yeah.
Right? And I just want to use this the sister right here. She said, "Do I believe in Jesus?" Yes, I believe in Jesus, and I believe in all the prophets. You know, I'm a Muslim first and foremost. I'm a Muslim, so we believe in the oneness of God. So we are monotheists, and that.
Yo, G, we gonna have this debate. We gonna have this debate, Brody. You know what I'm saying? We definitely about to set this shit up, and we gonna set this shit up soon, man. Shit, like I said, man, this definitely what this shit is about. And shit, man, we out this motherfucker, man. Like I said, you heard that case dismissed, man. Gang.
One more thing though, listen, it's not a debate with me, it's more about helping each other, bro. We are brothers and sisters of each other. You know, we some of us are just, you know, we might have our own opinions or we might be misguided. You know what I'm saying? But the goal is to get all on one accord. It's all about love with me, bro. You feel me? At the end of the day. And we believe that there is a God and God is powerful. And like the brother says, helping him through his struggle, helping me through my struggle. I'm sure my brother right here has his own set of struggles. It's about fighting the devil first and foremost. So let's get to a single agreement first. You know what I'm saying?
100. That's definitely what it's about, man. That's definitely what it's about, man. Spreading love and all that shit, man. And fighting the devil, shit. We all doing that shit. You feel me? So, shit, man. Was there anything else you want to get off?
Hey man, that's case dismissed.
Case dismissed.
You said it already. No, bro.